Well, good morning. It is Monday, and I have a big morning planned. I have the photographer coming at 12:30 to photograph the house to put on the market. I'll be spending most of the morning organizing, staging, moving stuff out, polishing, trying to get the house as ready as I can. I mean, it's in pretty decent shape, but I think it's a great excuse to do more throwing away and consolidating and sort of planning for the next stage in my life. I'm also trying to compose an email to my attorney, just summing up all the things that I came up with over the weekend in terms of all the questions I have before I can move forward with listing the condo, selling the condo, moving into an apartment, just the steps forward I'm trying to take. I realize it just stinks, it stinks to try and move your life forward and then be like, no, I can't move forward yet because I'm not done with her. I started trying to do the initial edit on the first couple of videos that I shot for this series back from April. I was working on that last night, and the hard thing is I'm not a very good editor. I was watching these videos thinking like, all right, I need to cut out stuff, like figure out where the story is and what kind of story to tell. And I felt like the whole time, everything that was in the videos is what I wanted to tell you about. So I think that's gonna be my creative challenge, is figuring out what not to talk. Basically what I do is I shoot these videos, then I dump them into my timeline and then try and edit down and make some sense of it, just so I have a chronology. I have no idea what's appropriate yet. What I think is interesting is in time, the videos have gotten longer and longer as I shoot more. So first couple days are 6 minutes long, 8 minutes long, and I have some now that are an hour and 45 minutes of footage from each day. And I keep thinking, all right, that's that's far too much. So I need to edit and cut down. I guess that will come with practice. I'm starting small. We'll see how it goes. It is a little unusual to look at that footage again. I'm not embarrassed by it. Like it's so raw, and looking at me now, like I don't feel like I look as good now as I did in April. Like I do feel like I've aged a bit. And maybe that's just in my head, maybe just during the school year it's different, but this has been a really taxing process. And I really hope I have some kind of positive interpersonal relationship soon, somebody I can like who likes me. I'd also just like a sense of knowing what's going on. I don't know for a fact that she's moving away. I talked to one of the guys at the barn yesterday where he's, my wife's boyfriend is bringing 2 horses in. When I asked how long he said he was keeping the horses there, the guy at the barn said a couple of months. So that doesn't speak to them leaving in September anymore. Parrots. They're so weird. We live in a city that has parrots that fly around. It's like magic. Like the New Yorker in me is like, that's crazy. It's a weird thing to not know who to trust. Like I don't know when she's leaving, so I can't make future plans based on that. And I have a weird legitimate fear that if I move out of the condo, they're gonna move in. I also have a pet fear that if we list the condo for sale, they're going to buy it. I don't think that makes any sense, but I do have that fear. Since she and I don't have any sort of agreement, I think the advice is good. I can't agree to sell a place that she could potentially screw me over on. Not that I'd ever screw her over, but because she's afraid of me screwing her over, it makes me think, oh, she thinks in that way, whereas I really don't. It's a bit of a surreal feeling. Somebody's gonna come in and look at my house from a sales perspective and take pictures that will sell it good as can be, and then we'll be done with it. Well, no, it'll start the process though. It's another step in the process. Well, hey, I gotta say, anxiety is kind of like a ninja. I'm here and I'm making a little spinach scramble for myself, and I'm just going through my life, watching YouTube videos, and all of a sudden, like, boom, it hits me in the chest, and I'm like, this is my life. How is this my life? Like, it's a crazy thing to think, like, you're moving along, you're doing okay, then like, boom, it hits you again. And it's a relentless, over and over kind of thing. Just, that's a lot of spinach. It's a long process. It's not a fun process. And yeah, I was just here cooking, and then it hit me. Like, I just wanted to ask her, like, how could you do this to me? How could you do it in that way? Like you loved me, and then you just stopped. Like, it just doesn't make sense again today. I think I'm becoming more practiced at having it like hit me and hurt and not make any sense, and then pushing it away. Maybe that's the path to moving forward, but like, wow, ouch. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat my eggs. Just a weird sort of like wave of it hit me, and yeah. All right, I'll see you later. I should really shave. That would help. I'm not feeling so great today. It's a pretty stressful thing to stage your house to sell, particularly when you're doing it alone. I know we've talked about this before, but to just go through and get rid of stuff. You know, it's all me. It's all me deciding what to do with. Hey, morning. Hey, how's it going? Oh, that's kind of cool. All right, so it's not fun to. Ooh, it's hot down here. To do this by myself. You know, never mind dismantling relationships and doing that whole thing. Both like the physical work of packing up a house and dismantling a life, and the mental work and emotional work. Like it's all me. She's wherever she is doing whatever she's doing, and I'm just here doing this. And I guess I'd prefer, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I prefer to do it alone. Ideally, I'd prefer to do it with my wife who loves me, who I love. But given the current circumstance, I don't know, like, is it better to do it alone or better to do it with the person who views me as an adversary right now? I kind of feel like I'm probably better off doing it the way I'm doing it because it would just be harder with her. It'd be a weird thing to be in the house with her, dismantling our life. Like, it would almost be too real, you know? To have to be civil. And I think emotionally I would just open up and it would just be a torrent of emotions and crap. So maybe this is for the best of a bad situation. I'm going to gear up the car to bring a load of video stuff over to school to store for a bit. It's just on me. I feel it. It's heavy. It sucks. I'm sad. How's your day going? How's your Monday? It's funny how quickly we forget these feelings. You know, when I felt good this weekend, I sort of fixated on that. I was like, I'm doing good. I forget the sad really quickly and just think like, oh, maybe this is my life. And I get these moments like now and I'm like, oh, that's right. This sucks. I'm sad a lot. And I think days where I'm idle like today, days where I'm just around the house, and today it's necessitated, but these are the bad days when I'm just here. So I can't have these days anymore. I gotta stay busy, and I will. So here's the weird thing. My brain keeps telling me I'm gonna see her today, and I have no plans to see her. I haven't spoken to her in a week and a half. There should be no reason that I'd see her today, but my brain still keeps thinking like, you're gonna see her today. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's foreshadowing or if that's my hopeful brain being like, hey, maybe. It's just weird. So if something happens where I do see her today, I predicted it. I have so much cleaning and just polishing and stuff to do, and I just don't want to. I'm just stressed and I just want to do anything but, and I want to escape from here and I can't, and it's a stir crazy feeling, and I have to do things that I don't know how to do, such as this giant plant, which is really pretty big. Taller than me. Came with the condo. The realtor was like, I would get rid of that. So I thought, all right, I'll just pull the stalks out and throw it away. Yeah, no, it's all one piece. I don't know what to do with it. I have this fear that I'm gonna like try and break it and then it's just gonna go bad and get ugly. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should go get a saw, but it's probably like metal things. And normally I would just be like, oh, whatever, I'll figure it out. Like today, I'm just defeated by this stupid artificial plant that I don't know how to get rid of. But I will work on it. I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna get rid of all this crap, and I'll see you in a second. Maybe I will look better, yeah? Okay, bye. Hey, I thought I'd just check in from my house because it's clean and it looks good, and it's as staged as it's gonna be for the photographer. He showed up at 12:30 and we got the job done. He regaled me with stories of finger injuries from when he was in high school and working. People love to tell me stories about how they got hurt on woodworking machines. No matter how no matter how I take it, I'm always like, oh man, I don't want to hear that, ha 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 ha. But I'm definitely saying the words, I don't want to hear that. The guy today told me, oh man, he told me at least 6 stories about finger injuries or friends that had lost fingers. And at about number 3, I was like, that is enough finger stories. Like, I've heard enough. And he still hit me with 3 more. He was just one of those people that wanted to talk and had a captive audience. Me. It's funny because I can take it and I can make those conversations. That's fine. But just given my heightened level of anxiety I've been living with lately, it affects me more. Like, in the midst of the conversation, I got this anxiety where I was like, for the love of God, please stop. Please just stop talking. I can't stand talking to you about this. Please stop. I got through, like, it's fine. I can get through, but it's just harder. I saw the images he was getting. I'll be curious to see what he comes up with because I sort of chimped over his shoulder the whole time, and he used a lot of fill light. I just I wonder if I could have shot it better. And maybe that's my ego, but it's funny to see somebody with fresh eyes come in and look at your house, because I thought it should have been shot a particular way to make it look good. And he was lighting it and taking angles where I was like, oh, is that a good angle? But he shot 8,000 architectural jobs, so he probably knows better than me. You know, the place is dear to me, and I just thought, oh, it should look a certain way. I have a meeting with my attorney in just a little while, so I'm gonna keep this brief. Hopefully that will put some of my fears to bed, and I can move forward with my life. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you soon. Bye. So I'm on a walk down to my attorney's office, and now the nerves set in, and I'm trying to remember all the things I want to talk to him about. And of course I have it written down, but it's just sort of like, okay, I hope I don't squander this time. I hope I come away knowing all the things I want to know. It's so easy to default to just being whiny and thinking, why can't we just be happily married? Why do we have to do all this and spend all this money? It sucks. This is not how I want to live my life. I just found a piece of paper with notes from conversations I had with her, and at one point early on she was like, oh, I miss this life, I miss living here. You know, I don't know if this is a mistake or not. I mean, I guess we know now she doesn't think it's a mistake because we're moving forward. I had a solid meeting with my attorney. It lasted an hour and 45 minutes, which means that's gonna be $500. Holy shit. But let's come back. It was a solid meeting. It was really good. What I love about talking to him is anything I think is crazy and outrageous and like, can you believe she did this? He's like, yeah, I've seen it 1,000 times. Things I'm upset about, or things that seem like, should I move out of my house? Like, what do we do if we sell the condo? Is she gonna take all the money? He's like, no, you get an account that the money gets put into, and you can't take the money out until both people sign to get the money out, until you reach an agreement. And I'm like, oh, that makes good sense. Yeah. He thinks I can move forward with the apartment. That's not a problem. It probably makes sense economically, so that's back in play. We talk about the Epstein-Watts things a lot, and there was no support order in place. Like, she moved out, but she could have moved back in. She wasn't paying me anything. Nothing changed. There's no support order. He doesn't think the court's gonna deny Watts and Epstein, so that was kind of good to see. I think it's gonna get sticky and ugly, and mediation's gonna be bad, but I'm gonna do as much homework as I can. I'm gonna get as much information as I can, so when I go to mediation, I can make a solid case. It's not gonna go well, but that'll be what it is. It's like a different kind of therapy. I go talk to somebody who's knowledgeable and ask any questions I can, and both technical legal questions and opinion questions about what should come next, and he helps me. I appreciate that so much. If any of you in San Diego need good counsel, contact me privately. I'll let you know, because I think the world of this guy. He's amazing. Yeah. All right, it's hot. I'm gonna put my arm down and just walk and sort of process all the things I thought of, but as more comes to mind, I will let you know. I will see you later. Bye. I decided to go out and check out my new neighborhood, and it's okay. I wish I could tell you it's amazing. It isn't. It's okay. I think I'll be okay there. Talk to people that live there and see if they like it, and everyone's like, yeah, it's good. I guess that's what is in my price range. Good, I'll take it, you know? I'm gonna come down off this relationship, land on my feet, figure out what life looks like, and then figure out what comes next. And I think that makes sense, I think. I got a burrito for dinner, and yeah, hopefully it's gonna cool off, because it's been brutal today. I will see you more later. I feel lighter and happier tonight. One, I had a burrito, so that doesn't hurt. I feel good after talking to my attorney, because he's kind of set the story straight. He sort of showed me some of the things I've been told in mediation aren't exactly true, aren't at all true. It just isn't true. Case in point. And I think I bitched about it here before. My responsibility to pay the fair rental value of my place and the mortgage on my house. So it turns out some of the things she's relying on, or saying that I owe her, would be an issue if she was paying me spousal support. You know, if she was giving me money every month to survive, if there was a temporary order in place. But there isn't. It would be an issue if I had exclusive rights to my condo, but I don't. She moved out, but she could have moved back in at any time. While those things might make sense to you logically, it means a whole lot more when an attorney who's been doing this for 25 years looks you in the face and says, like, no, it is what it is. Like, this is what it is. This is the fact. There's no case here. There's nothing here. And you just think, like, thank you. Thank you for being the wise Buddha and just calming me down. I think he has no idea how much I appreciate him, but I do. And when I have to pay him all the money I have to pay him, I guess maybe then he realizes how much I appreciate him. Otherwise I would just go away and never come back. But he does a lot to make my head be okay. So that's big. It's really big. Okay, I'm gonna put the dog away. I'll see you later.